Good morning, students. Today we start the chapter Oscillation. In this chapter we study linear SHM, angular SHM, periodic motion, oscillatory motion. Now, what is the SHM? SHM is simple harmonic motion. There are two types, linear simple harmonic motion and angular simple harmonic motion. Today we study the angular simple harmonic motion. Then what is the angular? Angular means the particle moves along the curved surface. It is called as angular. Now what is the angular SHM? Angular SHM, the particle performs simple harmonic motion along the curved path. It is called as angular SHM. In this case, the three conditions are necessary. First, the particle moves along the curved surface. Then the motion is oscillatory, and the third, the motion is periodic. That is, suppose we consider the example of metal disc here. See the figure. In this figure, this is the metallic disc. The one end of the string is attached to the center of this metallic disc and another end is attached to the rigid support. Now this disc is twisted through some angle theta. It rotates about its axis and the oscillations are angular simple harmonic oscillations, or it is the motion that is angular simple harmonic motion. See, if this metal disc twisted through some angle, it rotates about the mean position to and fro through some angle, through small angle theta, and which are these oscillations are repeats after definite interval of time. These oscillations are angular simple harmonic motion. Thus, we can define the angular simple harmonic motion in this. In rotational motion, we see the torque is acting on this disc and this torque is directed towards mean position. It is directed towards mean position. Hence, we can say that for this, the disc performs the angular simple harmonic motion. In this, the torque, suppose, what is the torque? Torque is the quantity which is acting on this metal disc when it is in the rotating motion. Now suppose this is the equilibrium position. Now this disc is rotated through the angle, then there is a displacing torque or restoring torque acting on this metal disc and it tries towards the mean position. Therefore, we can define here torque. The torque is the quantity used in rotational motion, used in angular motion. It is analogous to force, that is torque. Torque is the one force multiplied by moment r. It is multiplied by perpendicular distance from the axis of rotation. Now, from this we can say that in angular SHM, this torque is directly proportional to magnitude of the angular displacement. Therefore, we can write here it is minus c theta. This c is called as proportionality constant and it is torque per, suppose we consider the magnitude, it is torque, restoring torque per unit angular displacement. See, in angular SHM, the restoring torque acting on this metal disc and it is directly proportional to magnitude of the angular displacement. Therefore, we can say that torque is equal to, or restoring torque is directly proportional to magnitude of angular displacement and it is directed towards mean position. Therefore, we can write here torque is directly proportional to minus theta. For proportionality, we can write here torque is equal to minus c theta, where c is proportionality constant and it can be, the magnitude of c can be written as c is equal to torque divided by theta. Thus, c is called as torque constant, this is the restoring torque, theta is the angular displacement. Now there are different formulae for torque, that is torque is equal to I alpha is also. In this case torque is equal to, we can write here I alpha, this is the formula for torque. Now we find the differential equation for angular SHM. Then from this we can find the angular SHM, or we can define here angular SHM is defined as the magnitude of restoring force is directly proportional to angular displacement and it is directed towards mean position. It is called as angular simple harmonic motion. We find the differential equation for the angular SHM. Then the angular SHM satisfies two conditions. Angular SHM satisfies two conditions, that is the restoring torque, it is directly proportional to magnitude of angular displacement and it is towards the mean position. Therefore we can write torque is directly proportional to minus theta. The direction of torque and angular displacement, they are opposite in direction. Therefore, we can write torque is directly proportional to minus theta here. Thus, therefore, torque is equal to C theta, that is minus C theta, where C is constant of proportionality, or it is also called as restoring torque per unit angular displacement. This is the equation number 1. Now we have from formula or from the equation, torque is equal to I alpha. We have studied this torque in first chapter, that is torque is the quantity which is analogous to force and it is in the rotational motion. Torque is equal to I alpha. Torque, tau, I is moment of inertia, alpha is angular acceleration. See, what is the I here? I is called as moment of inertia. And alpha is angular acceleration. These all the quantities are in the rotational motion, in the angular motion. In this case, we have the formula torque is equal to I alpha. That is, tau is the torque here and I is called as moment of inertia, alpha is called as angular acceleration. In first chapter, we have to study that is angular displacement, angular velocity and angular acceleration. In case of angular acceleration is rate of change of angular velocity, that is it is d omega by dt. Angular acceleration is rate of change of angular velocity. Thus we can say that again moment of inertia. What is the moment of inertia here? Moment of inertia is, it is the product of mass and square of distance from the axis of rotation. In this case, I is moment of inertia and moment of inertia is product of mass and square of distance from the axis of rotation. Alpha is called as angular acceleration, it is rate of change of angular velocity. Thus we can say that suppose theta is called as angular displacement, then omega is called as angular velocity and acceleration is called as angular acceleration. Now we know, suppose omega is it is the angular velocity and it is rate of change of angular displacement, rate of change of angular displacement. Now alpha is called as, alpha is angular acceleration and it is rate of change of angular velocity. By definition, we can say that angular velocity is rate of change of angular displacement, angular acceleration is rate of change of angular velocity. Thus, alpha can be again written as alpha is equal to d dt of omega, that is rate of change of angular velocity. Substitute the value of omega here, we get d dt of omega, that is d theta by dt. d theta by dt, it can be written as alpha is equal to d2 theta by dt square, that is it is the second derivative of angular displacement. That is, we can say that angular acceleration is the second derivative of this angular displacement. Now substitute in the equation, this equation, that is torque is equal to I alpha. Substitute here, that is torque is equal to I alpha. Substitute the value of alpha here, it is d2 theta by dt square. This is equation number 1. This is equation number 1. Now torque is equal to alpha here, I alpha, torque is equal to I alpha and I into d2 theta by dt square. This is the second derivative of angular displacement. This is equation number 2. See, this is the equation number 1. This is the equation number 2. At RHS there is a torque. There is also torque. Then equating, or we can say that from equation 1 and 2. From equation 1 and 2. See, from 2 we can write I d2 theta by dt square is equal to, from this equation we can write value of torque is minus c theta. We can write here I d2 theta by dt square plus c theta is equal to 0. Again we simplify this. It is d2 theta by dt square plus c upon c theta divided by I, which is equal to 0. This equation, it is called as angular, or it is called as differential equation of angular SHM. That is d2 theta by dt square plus c theta divided by I is equal to 0. This is called as differential equation of angular SHM. Now see the next topic, magnet vibrating in a uniform magnetic field. See, consider the magnet here. The magnet having two poles. We know the magnet having two poles, that is north pole and south pole. The distance between two poles is 2L here. Now this parallel line shows that the magnetic field is uniform. That is, the lines are uniform here, or we can say these are the uniform magnetic field. When the bar magnet is suspended in a uniform magnetic field, and due to magnetic field it performs the oscillation. Suppose when it is at equilibrium, that is it is parallel to this line, and when it is deflected position, there is an angular displacement theta here. Now see, this is the bar magnet. This is N pole, this is S pole. The distance between two poles is twice L, and suppose in the equilibrium, if this force or if this magnetic field is 0, it remains in the parallel position to this B, and when we apply this uniform magnetic field, it is deflected. This is the deflected position here. which gives the angle theta here. Now see, draw the perpendicular here. Again draw the perpendicular, that is ON is the perpendicular, SO is the perpendicular. Now this is the right angle triangle here. Now see, suppose there is a QMB, this is the one magnetic moment, this is again another magnetic moment, this is called as force. Suppose this is called as one force, this is another force, and this is the distance. The distance between these two forces is twice L. See, suppose this is the one force QMB and this is the another force QMB. These two forces having different direction. This is in the downward direction, this is in the upward direction, and these two forces having equal magnitude, but there is direction is in the opposite, and they are separated by distance. A constant separated distance is 2L, forming a couple. It is also called as couple or moment of force. See, this is one force, this is another force. The two forces having same magnitude, they are separated by a distance, finite distance. It is forming a couple. See, this forms a couple, and couple is nothing but a torque. Therefore, torque acting when this magnet is in displaced position, torque acting on this magnet, torque acting on this magnet. Now see, suppose mu is called as magnetic dipole moment. Mu is called as magnetic dipole moment. Then this mu is equal to, we can write here 2ml, that is this magnetic dipole moment, it is the product of this is the pole strain. This value is of pole strain, that is this is the pole strain multiplied by the distance between two poles. This is called as magnetic dipole moment. When this magnet is in the displaced position, torque acting on this bar magnet, and the torque is given by tau is equal to mu b sin theta, mu b sin theta. Now the torque and this mu or this sin theta, they are in the opposite direction, that is restoring torque and this angular displacement, they are in the opposite direction. See, torque is acting here and this theta is acting here. The direction of this theta is in the opposite direction. Therefore, we can say that torque is equal to minus mu b sin theta. See, this torque is called as restoring torque, mu is called as magnetic dipole moment, theta is called as angular displacement. The torque and the theta, angular displacement, they are in the opposite direction. Therefore, this negative sign represent the direction of torque, and the angular displacement, they are opposite in the direction. Now, this theta should be very small. Theta should be very small, and when this theta is small, it performs the oscillation, and the oscillations are angular simple harmonic motion. That is, see, in this case, see, this oscillation, theta is very small, it performs the oscillation, that is about to and fro about the mean position. This type of oscillations are angular simple harmonic motion. If theta is small, we can say that sin theta is equal to 1, is equal to 1, or is equal to theta here. Therefore, the above equation becomes torque is equal to mu b theta. Torque is equal to, restoring torque is equal to minus mu b theta, where tau is the torque, mu is the magnetic dipole moment, b is called as magnetic field or uniform magnetic field, magnitude of uniform magnetic field, theta is angular displacement. Thus, we can say that suppose mu b, they are constant, mu is constant, B is also constant, then from this equation we can say that torque is directly proportional to minus theta, which is the condition for angular SHM. That is, restoring torque is directly proportional to magnitude of angular displacement and its direction is towards mean position. It represents, or it is the condition for angular SHM. Angular SHM. The bar magnet performs the angular SHM. Thus, we can say that we consider this quantity again, that is this equation again, torque is equal to mu b theta. This minus sign, here we consider the magnitude. Consider the magnitude of restoring torque, that is tau is equal to mu b theta. Mu b theta. In this case, we consider magnitude here, then again we consider this equation and we can say this is equation number 1. Equation number 1. Now see, we have the torque is equal to, we have equation torque is equal to I alpha and torque is equal to, we can write here torque divided by theta is equal to, torque divided by theta is equal to mu b, mu b. Then again we can write here torque is equal to I alpha and we can write the equation, that is, the equation is, we consider torque is equal to I alpha here. We consider torque is equal to I alpha, torque is equal to I alpha. Then this is equation number 2. Then consider from equation 1 and 2. Consider from equation 1 and 2. Torque is equal to I alpha. Then substitute, or we can say that from equation 1 and 2, we can write torque is equal to, this is I alpha is equal to minus mu b theta, minus mu b theta. Then alpha divided by theta is equal to, again consider the magnitude here, that is alpha divided by theta is equal to mu b divided by I. Mu b divided by I. This is called as angular SHM, or this is called as angular acceleration. Theta is called as angular displacement. Mu is called as magnetic dipole moment. B is magnetic field. I is moment of inertia. This is called as angular displacement. Angular displacement, angular acceleration per unit angular displacement. Per unit angular displacement is equal to, displacement is equal to mu b divided by I, mu b divided by I. Now we have the period, that is formula for period. We here obtain period of vibration of magnet. The period is equal to 2 pi divided by omega, that is having value, that is 2 pi divided by angular acceleration per unit, angular acceleration per unit angular displacement, per unit angular displacement. Then T is equal to 2 pi, substitute the value of this is the angular acceleration per unit displacement is nothing but it is mu b divided by I, substitute here 2 pi under root mu b divided by I. Then T is equal to, we get 2 pi under root I upon mu b, I upon mu b, that is period of this vibrating magnet is equal to 2 pi under root I upon mu b. This is the period of vibration of the magnet. The period of vibration of the magnet depends upon moment of inertia. It is depends upon magnetic dipole moment. It depends upon uniform magnetic field. Thank you.